Hello, Dasha. Welcome to Shift podcast. I'm really happy to have you here. You are our second speaker and guest, and like I just wanted to tell you that as always, I'm enjoying having any kind of conversation with you, especially on the important topics, politics, and so on. I thought that it would be really beneficial for others to just them see how we are speaking between each other and discuss the consumerism and the fast fashion and how much it's impacting our life. I'm gonna have like some questions. I know that you also gonna have some questions, so feel free to ask. Just I would like to ask you to start with like a short introduction, who you are, and what you are doing.
Yeah, I'm Daria. I live in Latvia right now, but I'm from Ukraine, and I think my background is also a little bit different than the Latvian perspective because they have different background. I'm doing design. I'm the main leader of the design team in Young Folks. I'm doing around 5 years in Young Folks, but in generally in design around 10 years, somehow like this.
Yeah, like we work really actively with you through the project. So all our projects have the cool designs and the logos. It's like a thank to you. So thank you again for your work. So
Thank you
it's
too.
as you know, we have one of like our flagship project called the Shift. And we within the Shift are trying to empower young people and youth workers how to fight with consumerism through the non-formal and informal education and tackle the problems that is caused because of textile usage and the textile like rubbish, we can call it something like that, and the problems that are caused because of fast fashion. So first of all, I would like to hear what do you think about the fast fashion?
I think it's all our everybody have something to deal with it, but not everyone understand what is it and like how people influence on this topic and like how huge it is right now.
Yes, I definitely agree. And we are kind of the victims of the fast fashion and consumerism means the understanding that we are buying the stuff that we don't need. Or we need only for once and that's all. So I would like to hear from you about it, like about first of all your attitude towards the clothing and
How
so
I
on.
live, yeah.
Yeah, and the second is that I would really like to hear if you have a stuff that you just bought, wear once or even never, and what are these emotions when you are buying it.
I think I'm a bad example of the person who buying a lot of stuff.
That's why you are here today.
Yeah, I can say that sometimes it's hard to speak in English. Sorry, it's not my native language. It's for me. It's I have some kind of model how to buy stuff for myself. Because first of all, it's not even about the money. It's also about the size. Because not every shop has that size of for me, for my body. And I understand from my perspective that I choose some kind of stores that I like, and I'm buying in this
Stop saying.
in these stores, yeah. And I'm not buying, for example, for my in my life, I usually buy maybe once in 3 months something, and I usually go in. It's like once I go in once, I buy what I need, and like after yeah, and that's all. And after a period of time, for example, 2 3 months, maybe 4 even, I understand that I'm boring on something or I need to change something, and after I go to store and buy something like this.
Okay, so if I'm gonna ask, for example, what are the percentage of using your wardrobe on everyday life and stuff, what would you say about it? So how often you are using the stuff and fully like as using of your wardrobe, not like having the stuff that you never touch or something like that?
I think I can say I have some kind of capsule garderobe.
like wardrobe.
Wardrobe, some kind of it, and I can mix my like
Outfits,
parts,
yeah.
yes, my outfits, and I understand maybe 18%. 80%.
80.
80.
80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, my English.
No.
80% I use like in a daily life.
I think it's really great percentage,
Yeah.
because I have less. I'm gonna be honest. Because like I can tell you what is sometimes the problem with me. I think especially in our sector when we are like working really hard, and like every day we have thousands of the tasks, it's really like important to feel comfortable in the clothes what we are really is. And the second thing is that we are working with the youth, so that is also I think one of the influence that we are trying to dress like them, like that's not to be so official, because like we are not teachers, that we don't need every day to wear the shirt, trousers, tie or something like that. We are trying to be more like informal, but same time it's always important for us to look well because we are role models for them. So I'm saying that because like I have this problem that if I'm gonna choose something, that for example for 3 months or so, 2 months, I'm gonna choose like a 4 or 5 looks, and I'm just changing them one after one, and like that is the situation with me. What about you?
I'm not so agree with you about that I'm wearing something that I need to work with. Like I'm mostly wearing something what I liked and what it's like connecting mostly to the weather.
Yeah, this is another challenge.
Yeah, not only for work, but from my perspective, what is interesting for me. Because, for example, yes, our job is more. We are not like official, like not the costumes, but sometimes I feel that okay, this day I wanna go in a jacket and go like more official one and do like the real work and do some kind of feel more seriously in these days. Yes, I can wear something more official, but most of the time, yeah, I wearing something what I liked and more comfortable with, but not so connecting to the use, I can say.
And maybe that's also kind of the difference between our jobs, that like you as a designer, you're like a more back office in the same situation, not everyday meeting. Yes, of course, I'm not meeting them every day too, but like especially when I'm having like, for example, I'm just getting ready for our big festival and the youth exchange that we're gonna have.
But youth exchange is camping.
Yes, camping, but still, when I was thinking about like I decided like to pack like several shirts. Of course, not so like a white shirts. In like Latvia with this weather, going to white shirt on the camping is disaster. But still, like a t-shirt and not only the trousers, like t-shirts or something like that. To have like this kind of still like showing that even on the camping it's important to look well, but that is the situation that lots of people don't understand, that looking well doesn't mean looking expensive or always wearing the new stuff and like buying every like 2 weeks or 3 weeks something new.
I think it's interesting you to invite some of the guests who are buying their brands, because I'm out of it. I think I have maybe 1 or 2 clothes that I can use, and it's like branding one, but others no. Mostly I use and also I forgot the second hand, because I feel I mostly find something by my size, by my interest of the colors or something like this. Maybe some more interesting things, and for me it's more. Other way of thinking, not to buy the stuff because it's like a new season or like a new something. Sometimes it happens then I want to because to change something, but in generally I don't have like a more scheduled one.
Yeah.
Like I must go this week. I buy 2 t-shirts and something like this.
Okay, I really love it. It's because like you mentioned to invite someone who is addicted to the brands and so
yeah,
on.
not so addicted, but more focusing on it,
Yeah.
more focusing on people what they're wearing. Because I know the girls who are like they can catch the person in the outside, just sitting in a cafe, for example, and checking. Oh, she has this dress, or she has these bags, or something like this. For me, no, I'm more catching like, oh, does he speak French? Something like.
Yes, and to be honest, that's why you were here, because I wanted to show that how cool you can be, just like concentrating on like not on the consumerism, but on the, like feeling comfortable in what you are wearing and using it in practical way.
Yeah.
Because like yes, you really mentioned that you are not checking the brands or the seasons or etc. So I would like to ask you what the fashion is for you. Especially you are the person who represents the art field.
Yes,
Because you are
that's
designer.
what I'm saying.
So.
I'm not canceling the like models or trends, etc. I understand what is interesting. I understand like how people looks like right now, the modern. Yeah, how to. I can understand if you put the two persons wearing some looks, and I will understand who is like more modern one. I'm not canceling that.
Yeah.
It's not cancelled that, but in generally for me. The main point is like more comfortable one and more minimalistic one from my wardrobe. Because I just like more minimalistic one. There is a lot of feeling of information around, and I like the T-shirts with the phrases. That's right now the customers orders from us as a designers a lot of merch. And not maximize merch, but more minimalistic, just the phrase or like jokes or memes or something like this.
So personalization, that is like a thing that you are really taking
more
care
focusing on some topics that connecting to the brand or to the client, or like to present to happy birthday the gift or something like this. Yeah.
So now you really mentioned important like a direction that you as a designer you are working actively in the direction of the creating the merch.
Yes.
So can you tell us how we organizations do the merch but same time be sustainable? So what are the things you are taking into consideration when ordering the merch? For example, where this producer or printing house are getting the t-shirts, are you checking this information?
Yes.
You have information about it or no? And about also the creating, because I think as a designer you really have this power of like manipulate this thing if this t-shirt is gonna be waste or they really gonna use it.
Yeah, waste a lot of money to the merch and not use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We usually do this more focusedly. We understand like where we're printing, who is printing, where we order the t-shirts, where we printing, because it's a separate ways. It's not like you go to one shop and they do everything. Mostly you buy somewhere the t-shirts and some other stores they print in it. But I can say that we are focusing more on interesting side of the clothes, because it's important that why you printing, you want to wear it. If you just doing, for example, for organization, I suggest to not printing just a logo, because just a logo it's more for colleagues. If you do like small part, for example 10 t-shirts for the team, and it's enough, but do more interesting one that people will wear it and use it. Because if you give the t-shirt and people like just leave it on their garderobe and that's all, what's
the purpose of it?
Yeah, there is nothing that you can do with it, and just you just waste the money. You just waste the money for the project that you can use for other stuff. From my perspective, it needs to be some kind of idea that will be connecting to the organization, to the project, to the maybe jokes. Jokes are good ones. People love to wear the jokes.
Yeah.
And it's also the thing that if you wear the jokes and people come to you, they can speak with you without understanding who you are. They just read in and you have some connection and do this networking.
So you are trying to create the merch that is not only connected with the like organization, but also with the values, with a specific idea what stands behind the project, and then it's like try to use as a tool to have a future
Yes.
impact. Because as you mentioned, like a communication and this kind of stuff. Because yes, it's really nice that if a T-shirt can help me to get to know someone or attract someone to find out about the project where I was. I think it's a dream of any project manager at some point in the direction
Yeah.
of project visibility. Could you maybe tell us about the most interesting merch tasks that you were doing recently or like as previous years?
I can
And
say
same time you trying to involve there this like a sustainability aspect.
For example, we almost finished our 2 years project Design Monsters. There we build their communication between organization and design, and we made a guide about the design, how to do step-by-step design and branding for your organizations. And during this project, we around I can say 8 years or 8 years, 80 months we think what kind of merch we want to do, because it's like not everyone will be included in the project, etc. So we decided, and we can waste a lot of money for it, but we don't need it, and we try to discuss what specifically we can. We printed the t-shirts for the team, we printed t-shirts for the participants who came to our training in the May. And some small things, but not a lot. But we have this budget. We can do like as in the
Yeah.
projects there is like you came and they give you like a box of merch, and you will mostly never use it.
Yeah, like I have from a lots of projects like bags, t-shirts, notebooks that like I just wear once, but because like it's from the project, I'm trying not to throw away and so on. Despite I'm not using it. To be honest, I really love that because I think it's really good practice that we can share with other organizations. That we in the young folks we are trying to minimalize the merch. We have like a merch only when it's really needed and really have a meaning. Because like for example, in 2 days we are starting an Erasmus. We are not gonna have a merch. The participant either is gonna get the bags, the t-shirts, notebooks, pens, and so on. Yeah, it's nice because people are like when they're getting the gifts, but we are trying to use this money in maybe to create as a gift as a memory that instead of giving them a t-shirt that can cost like a one t-shirt like a 7, 8, 10, 15 euros. Maybe we're gonna do for them the as we are always doing like a trip on the boat to Riga, which like a more exciting memory and creating really things that is long lasting and not like a contributing in the waste production because still the waste is the biggest challenge.
Because we know how hard to get this money, and we know how easy to spend it. So it's better to understand what the values of your project. And for example, if we go into the campaign or use exchange by bus, maybe we order better bus, then we printed 10 more t-shirts or something like this.
Yeah, of course. Yes, and lots of organizations to understand that we with the small steps and small activities can do, because fast fashion and the textile waste and consumption is not only connected that we go to a store, for example, and I don't want to name the brands, to brand stores you are buying there the clothes and you are wearing and then you throw away, or you're buying more and more, but because it's also connected with our actions. And another thing is that I really like this attitude of responsible usage. And responsible usage is not about only the quantity. It's also about the how we get it. Because when we speak about the fast fashion, one of the biggest problem is the workers' rights. Someone like a teenager or like elder people working in Vietnam or like in India or in China, getting the like how to say, I don't even know, because like as these cents for a work, they have terrible
Yeah.
conditions and so on, and then we are buying it and we're kind of promoting in this idea that hey, because we are buying, this person need to work tomorrow and day after tomorrow too on these terrible conditions.
Do you don't want to tell the names? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to tell the names of the companies or so on, but I think everyone knows.
Yeah, but
And
maybe
so on.
I just want to show you one perspective. Maybe you can, maybe we can say the names, because people will understand that these brands, they are doing that, and they will next time then they will be in these stores. They will understand
Yeah.
that they doing
Okay.
that.
Yes, I can tell you, for example, one of the stories that I found out that how I'm a victim of the fast fashion.
Before it, can I
Yeah.
share about the labor?
Yeah.
I trying to prepare for this topic, and I saw the video today of the Indian girl, the small around 4 years, something like this, 4 years, and she started working. She put the socks on the paper. 4 years.
Yeah.
A big, amount of years in the CV. Like
Yeah.
she wrote.
Yeah, like it's funny. It would be funny if not so
Yes.
dramatic story. Yeah, like that's kind of terrible.
It's
like,
terrible. There are things like a lot of, that people, then they are working so many years in these factories, they have problems with the dust, that the dust goes in their
lungs.
yes, in the lungs, and it's problem, it's huge problem.
And they are making the milliards or billions on them, and
Yeah.
they don't invest in the. But additionally, that is also like not only the worker rights there, but how they are influencing the environment. Let's take now, for example of the Middle Asia, where in Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, which was the main production of the producer of the cotton. Just like a cotton production during the Soviet Union, and after the collapse, it just killed the environment of the countries. Like seas and like not just like lakes became dry, the land became infertile, so you just can't like use it anymore just because of the cotton production. So there's like a lot of these directions we can speak about, but I think that on one of the podcasts I want specifically to invite the person involved in legislation and policy making to understand their perspective on it and how we can regulate it. But now let's come back to the personal actions.
I also about the merch. I want to say that merch is a part of my life, because as a designer of a lot of projects, I usually also do and part of the teams. I usually do t-shirts for myself, so I also not buying them, but we order it as a project. So it's like one kind of my wardrobe, I can say,
Okay.
because I have a lot of t-shirts from the projects, but the cool one.
Yeah, that's really nice. I'm also like trying to be as sustainable as possible in this manner, but I found out recently that I have this terrible, I don't know, like it's like unconsciously done or consciously done already for a second year before. Like to go while traveling around Europe, you know that like I'm really often go to Ukraine because of family, because of work, and so on, and we're always traveling there by car. So we go from Riga to like a Poland or Hungary, and then going to Kiev and so on. And for 2 years in a row, I had this like a terrible thing that I'm going to Primark. Spending there like I don't know, like 200, 300 or even more euros, and buying the lots of stuff for a year, and then like I'm so into this like action of like a buying, because I go there, I check, compare with the other brands, and saying that okay, this t-shirt is cheaper, so I'm gonna like buy it here. Or maybe I always wanted this jacket, this kind of jacket, and at some point, like even during the process of purchasing, you are kind of in this like so much passion, so much adrenaline that you are kind of losing the connection with the real life and the rationalism, and you're becoming the victim of it because yes, and you are also trying to calm yourself that like I'm buying for myself, I deserved it, like I work hard and like
And discounts.
then discounts, yes, and I'm saying that okay, I'm not buying every day, I'm not buying every month, I'm buying only once a year, so it's okay, and my footprint is not gonna be so big.
Yeah, but also we need to understand like why we buying it. Do we really need it, or like do I have the same I don't know jeans or something like this? Because we also when we talk about fast fashion, it's also you know that they are doing, for example, for today the top sale of today, not the season but today, the week, and like a lot of brands that you don't wanna tell, they do, and that these discounts that's also connected to anxiety. I think it's what we are not mentioning, that people like you will be not on trend if you're not buying this dress, or like you a lot of social media content creator who doing they need something to wear, but they also need to buy it, and they will buy and put the discounts, the stores they put the discounts and put some kind of mechanic of marketing and showing like you need to buy it or something like this is also like influence you and all of us to buy something.
Yeah, I really mentioned really important direction, which is like anxiety and mental health connected to the consumerism. Because yes, to be honest, that is like one of the problems that I'm seeing that it really exists in this market and in this environment. Because like when I'm kind of trying, I'm really like a person who is trying not to buy a lot of stuff. I'm like a more for a reusing. I'm like a big fan of Humana and the second-hand shops and so on. But like yes, once a year I said like for already in 2 years in a row I did it, and I don't want this year to do the same. So when I'm gonna go to Ukraine this summer, I'm gonna plan the road in the way not to stop anywhere like that. But yes, this is the thing, because one of the arguments that I'm getting when I'm saying that no, I'm not gonna buy it. Do I really truly need it, or like as maybe it's expensive or something like that? Like I'm saying, my inner voice sometimes is telling me, or the person with whom I'm shopping, because I hate shopping, so I don't never go alone. So that like you deserve it. And even kind of the whole aspect of the fast fashion marketing is built on that like you deserve to have it. You work hard, that you need to have it. You need to have this t-shirt, you need to have this tie, you need to have these trousers, and so on.
And the seasonal stuff, for example, New Year or Christmas time, there is a lot of things that, for example, sweaters buying for the gift. Is also a lot of sweaters around the world that people like give like as a present, but most of the people they are not wearing it. And also like you buy it, but
that's really good practice. I think we need to write in like a guide that like don't gift clothes.
You can convert everything to the project and to the guide.
So don't gift the clothes. Like let's now discuss that topic. I really loved it. How many times you were gifted the clothes that you never won? Or like a zero console, like wearing them was really rare, just because you don't want it to sit there.
People give me or I give to them?
People give you.
I think my what I had as a present, or maybe hats, and I actually don't wear the hats because it's like not. I don't like the form of my face with the hats. I usually do the like Panama, something like that. But no, for my friends, no. But sometimes I do the present to my friends, but I do their own merch.
Yeah, that's something
as a designer.
Yes, that's really cool, and I love it.
But it's not fast fashion.
Yeah, that's not fast fashion because I can tell you that, like I don't know, because maybe I'm the like a male, and for male it's like a more difficult to find the present, and there's like as this list that you're going the clothes, the perfume, and like socks.
Do you think that socks it's a fast fashion? Because people sometimes they are like they just even the socks are good, they just throw it and buy the new ones.
That's a really good question. Like, yes, it's definitely is a fast fashion, but I never thought about the socks as a fast fashion.
Because socks is also
Clothes
the
and textile.
and textile. Yeah, from my perspective, socks I also buy like
Yeah,
more.
I have
More.
like I don't know, like I have a lot of them, like more than I don't know, like a 30 like a pairs of the socks. Despite like I'm really often like changing them and so on. But yeah, like I never thought
But socks
about
is
the socks
also.
as
I
a
can say
fast
that
fashion.
at home, I usually, when I don't need the sock, I just cut it and can clean some things just around the house. So it's my kind of reduce, reuse, cycle.
Yeah, like that's I always love to have a conversation with you because you're helping me to find something that I never thought about, and the
Yeah.
socks was the situation that yeah, like now I understand that I'm not sustainable. Socks, yeah.
Even like the white socks. The white socks.
Socks, yeah.
And also I wear a lot of white t-shirts and also not so long to live.
Yeah, same.
And that means from my life is also I feel that I buy a lot of t-shirts, the white t-shirts.
Yeah, like white t-shirt and like a light color, like a gray or white socks that are like a two paints that I have, because like I can tell you that almost every 3 months I'm buying at least 2 or 3 white t-shirt from fast fashion like stores, because like I don't know why, but like always something happened with them. Maybe that's the problem of the quality, or I don't know why, because like
Actually,
they're changing the colors, they're changing
Yeah.
the shape, so it's like a really easily usable, and like in a several use it's like you just need to throw it away, or like now I'm not throwing because we have this shift box, so I'm bringing in young folks, and we're gonna like I'm gonna do pillows from them. But yeah, like this is kind of main consumption.
Yeah, and I also feel that we can help and just promote this also box and share it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of things we can do like reusable. And you mentioned the cool thing about the quality. Because when you go to the store, you need to understand the quality. The fast fashion, that means also that the quality will be less, the price will be less, and the people usually buy it because of the price. But if you buy the better clothes, the better quality, it live more. And it also like you will not buy more jeans if like you have your like 3-5 or something I can say. You have your jeans and you don't need more because you have already the quality jeans. Something like this from my perspective.
Yeah, like it's really true. So we need to look at the clothes as an investment at some point.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can like kind of sum up our discussions, and I think that we have a lot of things to learn and take. The first thing for that the organizations need to be careful with the merch. So
Yes.
don't do it if it's not needed to be done, because this money can be used for a bigger impact than like just having the fancy social media post about what project you did. Or if you do the merch, do merch that can be usable by the participants who are getting.
Yeah.
Like I love these young folks hoodies that was done by you, and like I think that are really hoodies that I'm using like already for 2 years. Quality is great, because like as and after 2 years it's kind of new. Despite I'm really using them almost like every week, once a week. I was
Yeah,
like a
it's
very
actually
sad.
if you have a chance to print in not the t-shirts but to print the hoodies, it's better because hoodies people will wear more even with the bad design, but still people wear the hoodies like it's more usable than the t-shirts.
And also let's share that the majority of merch that you are doing and we are doing in young folks, they are not printed out. They are embroidered. So, for example,
Yes.
young folks, it's also embroidered. So it's like we're trying to use less plastic in this way because still the printing is the ink, plastic, and so on, while embroidering is still like the silk or like as others.
Yeah, for sure, because a lot of videos about like how the beach was trash with this microplastic. It's horrible.
But also this embroidered merch is like a more long lasting because you
Yes,
are
it's
washing
longer.
several times, you print it out, and it's already starting to like fell as a part or like as tear up and so on.
Yeah, but you need to understand that T-shirt is also need to be quality.
Yeah. So the first is that be responsible when doing the merch, and they can always approach young folks and you for the suggestion as a designer, but as a person who really did a lot of things. The second thing that I'm taking that don't gift the clothes until you for sure know that this is exactly what it is. Because I get a lot of like, for example,
what do you get?
For example, I love shirts, and like people know that, and they are trying to give to me the shirts, and I'm not wearing all of them because first of all they can't always choose the correct size. I'm not so small person, and second the color, and also like as after like as I'm trying to change my behavior with the clothes, not to please others with what I look, but to please myself and be comfortable in that. So that's why.
Do you want to tell the story about this T-shirt?
This is that like a bad habit that I have from a Primark. So this is fast fashion. Forget about it. But yes, like I really love shirts, and now what I'm trying also to do that old shirts that I'm not wearing, I'm trying to like I want. That's why I'm really advocating young folks to get the embroidering machine where young people can come and they can embroider what they want to give the second and third life.
A lot of like in Pinterest there is a lot of how to say guides how to reuse the clothes, for example, to shoppers, to the bags or something like that. There are a lot of jeans, for example, you can reuse and do the shoppers.
But like I kind of never had this problem when I was living with my family because we had the kind of zero textile waste because my shirts were used by my brothers when I'm the biggest, the largest person in the whole family. So if something is small, I'm giving it to my father, my grandfather. I have two brothers, so there's a lot of people who can use it.
But it need to be quality good.
Yeah, of course. If it's just like a T-shirt from fast fashion that you need to throw, of course, no.
Yeah, even it's not enough for you, not only
for others. Yeah. Second thing is that to think about the quality and the clothes as an investment and not like a just usage, because if we buy, for example, 5-10 euros pay more, but we are using for a longer period, so we have less waste and less dependence on the buying new stuff.
Yeah, it's better, for example, buy one jeans, but not like 3 bad jeans. Like why?
And the fourth take that I would say is from our discussion is that textile waste are everything, even socks, underwears, to some ordinary shirts or merch or this kind of stuff. So when we are saying that, okay, I'm not having so much waste because I don't buy, for example, new dresses every month, but you are buying a new socks every
because
month.
The quality is also connected to the socks.
Exactly.
Because you choose, sometimes it's my bad also too. I can buy like a cheaper socks, but I understand it's like it will leave like a week or something, but I will just throw it. So maybe it's better to buy a good quality and it will be live more.
Yeah, and to be honest, that's exactly because I'm now reading the book Haruki Murakami, Kafka on the Beach, and there's one character, and he hates washing clothes. So he wears and throw. Not clothes, he has a problem with the underwears with that. So he's wearing underwears and then he's throwing and buying the new. And when I was reading, I never thought on that. I didn't like that action, a habit, of course. but like he's really interesting character, and I understand that yes, this is a part of his personality. But now I'm looking at this as a fast fashion and the waste and our footprint that we are living. So in the small details of the clothes, we need to be aware of that. So Dasha, as always, like really interesting. I think we and also our listeners gonna take a lot from this discussion. Kind of we have
Hope so.
like a not so deep connection, so deep discussion about the philosophical aspect of the waste and consumerism, but really nice. And I also love that we don't only concentrate on the theory, but include some like a practical tips how to change it. So yes, and I can maybe spoiler you and others that our next discussion and podcast is gonna be like a textile footprint of between male and female. So how gender stereotypes are impacting our understanding. And yes, thank you a lot.
Thank you. I'm like that we discussed a big topic, but for sure we can catch one topic and do like more and more podcasts. But this one is like more general one. Thank you for inviting me.